Hey, soulmates, it's Erika, and I'm here with a Pisces intuition, and I'm here to do another reading for you. The second highest rated reading requested was messages from your spiritual team, spiritual messages. So I'm here to provide you with some spiritual guidance through the month of June, messages that you would need to hear from your ancestors. We're going to do two pals. That seems to be working for me. So we're going to go with the two pals. First things first, let's go ahead and get started. So, spirit angels, ancestors, and guides, I want to thank you for creating the sun, the moon, the stars, and the constellations. I want to thank you for creating me, providing me with this gift, and allowing me to share with YouTube today. I pray that you allow me to connect to their ancestors, angels, and guides today to provide them with the best information for their highest good. We can guess why we were brought here today together, but I don't want to guess. I want you to please share with me what I am to share with them, and we are thanking you for the blessings. If you would like to get a highly personalized reading from me, please check out www.apiscesintuition.com. Check me out on a Pisces Intuition underscore tarot. On Instagram, I do weekly specials where you can ask me one question for $2.22 via Cash App. Be sure to include your handle when paying. I also will be doing a yoga sip and shop on June 17th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Willoughby, Ohio at Willoughby Workspaces. So check me out there if you are local. I think that sums it up. So like, share, and subscribe so that I can do this more often. I do take time out of my day. I got off work early just so I could drop y'all some content. So please keep that in mind. It's free to like, it's free to share. So support me. It helps the channel. And without further ado, so when I was doing a pre-shuffle for the reading for the spiritual messages, what one of the messages were coming to a time of completion. So I feel like a cycle is completing in your life. You're ending a chapter. Perhaps you've been going through ups and downs, struggles, battles, bouts of depression. I see that coming to an end. I see you closing a chapter and a new chapter beginning. I see you moving away from a place where you feel discontent with life. And you may feel discontent emotionally as well. I see you moving away from that. I see any conflict mentally or drama with other people. I see you being able to transition to calmer waters. So that looks good. So those were some of the urgent spiritual messages that I saw. Completing a cycle, no longer feeling emotionally discontent, and moving on to calmer waters as it relates to your mental health as well as communicating with other people. So without further ado, let's get started for pile number one. So let's see what we got for pile number one. What spiritual messages do we have for pile number one for June? Being grounded too. I heard being grounded, being more connected with earth, making sure that you're practicing meditation and you have spiritual practices daily. That could even start with a bedtime routine, but being more practical, setting time for yourself when it's time to wind down, getting a wind down routine instead of just going to bed. Try to stay off your phone 30 minutes to an hour before going to bed. Try to eat at a decent time. I do feel like dreams are going to be heightened for this pile. All right, pile number one, we got going on for our June spiritual messages. We have the Ten of Wands. What did I tell y'all? Completing a cycle. We have the Ace of Cups. Yesterday I wanted to be pile number two. Today I'm going to be pile number one. And then the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And that's not a bad thing. The bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. So what I say, trusting your own self, getting more in tune with your intuition. This is to me, the High Priestess is a very highly in tune spiritual being. This person um, knows everything, but it's not like they share with everyone. So they read in between the lines. So I feel like during this month, you're going to be able to read in between the lines. You're going to be able to read the people that are around you. So if you have people who are saying that they are on your team, they are for you, and they're really not, you're going to be able to see that. So for pile number one, I really feel like you are putting down anything or burdens that don't belong to you. I do believe that this has been a long journey. The year may have started off tumultuous and things may have gotten a little challenging for you. But I really feel like before we walk into Leo season, and I know it's June, so I feel like you got between now and Leo season to put down any type of burdens or things that don't belong to you. I see you not, you know, letting go of baggage, anything from the past, any regret, any resentment, really letting that go. As you begin to walk out of this Ten of Wands energy where you feel oppressed and you get in people's stuff, I don't have time for that today. No, I can't help you. No, I'm not available. You step into a more self loving energy. I see you really working on filling your cup. So I see you cutting off distractions, overextending yourself. And I see you really focusing on healing, really healing, making sure that you have enough time, have enough energy for yourself, meditation, skincare routine, bedtime routine, just focusing on if you've been rushing around, you ain't been doing your hair and your makeup. I see you getting back into that. But I see you really going back to self. How do I love myself better? And I see you as you begin to love yourself. I feel like people who would normally contact you or be around are not going to be the same people who are going to be around. I feel like the spiritual message is as you begin to love yourself, your circle's going to disintegrate. It's going to diminish. People are going to be looking at you strange because they're used to you perhaps teaching them, holding stuff together, holding it down. Not no more. No. So your spiritual message for June is really focused about self love. That's the center of the reading. Loving on yourself, filling your own cup, not pouring from an empty cup, making sure that you have enough, listening to your intuition, listening to what your intuition and your vibrations are telling you about another person. You are not off. Putting down other people's responsibilities, letting them handle things on their own. They're not going to die. They will be okay. Spiritual messages for pal number one. June, what do they need to hear? And I feel like going against your intuition or something that your inner knowing is telling you will be a disservice to yourself. If you choose to not listen to your dreams, your intuition, your spider senses, I feel like you will be unhappy. The people around you are going to be superficial. They are going to use you up and deplete you. So, if you want to hold on to them just for the sake of having them, be my guest. But you're going to be unhappy on the inside. So, would you rather make somebody else uncomfortable by setting a boundary or be the only one that's uncomfortable? The choice is yours, baby. The choice is yours. All right. We have what do you need to release? What letting go of other people's problems, other people's drama, stuff ain't got nothing to do with you, other people's bills, other people's drama, kids' drama. Let them have that. They will be okay. They will be fine. What they say, if you throw somebody in the water, either they gonna sink or they gonna swim, but they gonna learn how to survive. It's one or the other. So what do you need to release? Coming to grips of what is making you feel heavy, what is making you feel weighted down, what baggage are you holding on to regret? When people have done you wrong, let that go. You will feel so much freer and lighter and just so much better emotionally. Surrender to the divine. So I feel like the universe has been trying to get your attention for some time, really telling you, hey, we need some love. Hey, love on yourself. So it's time to really surrender to the divine, surrender to yourself, and just really focus on yourself. How can I be more peaceful? How can, I show myself more grace? How can I be more loving and compassionate to myself? All that love that you are trying to push away to these other people who are not appreciating it, give that same love and compassion and grace to yourself. You are good enough. So I'm working on my language, but in the words of the old me, F them people, the people who are using you, abusing you, just using you for your what you have to offer. This is a tangible. Someone with the Three of Pentacles has something to offer. They can build things. They can show you things. You good enough. You ain't got to buy no friends. You ain't got to be bothered with nobody or take all that grunt work just to be in a company of somebody else. You are great. You are good enough. You look good. You feel good. You do better. But when you know your self worth, you're not dealing with anything less than. When I know my self worth, it's certain things I'm just not dealing with. And people will probably feel crazy asking me, saying it to me, or even thinking that I was even about to go for that. So again, know your worth. Just because you're not pouring into these people, taking on all their burdens, that don't mean that you don't deserve to have great people around you. You need people that's gonna come lift the load up and make it lighter for you. So release regret, resentment, other people's problems. Surrender to divine. Start loving on yourself. Giving, pulling that. This is purple energy. It feels really emotional to me. That emotion that you want to give, that love that you want to so selflessly give to other people, give it to yourself. It's time for you to drink from your own cup. It's time for you to nourish yourself and heal yourself. And you are good enough. So if your boundaries or your change in behavior, meaning doing what's best for you, pushes people away, then wasn't your people to begin with. So you are good enough. Your soul tribe is coming. Listen to your intuition. Either you set a boundary and make them mad, or you don't set a boundary and you're going to be unhappy. It's time to release negativity, negative people, negative self talk, generational curses, scarcity, feeling like, I don't deserve this. You deserve to have everything that you want. You can have it. What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice people who only love you for what you can offer them? Are you willing to sacrifice low self esteem? Are you willing to sacrifice? I feel like this could be a group of people who pride themselves on people pleasing. So when you helping everybody, you doing everything, everybody always sees you as being a good person. You don't ever want to be the villain. Baby, sometimes you gotta be the villain. Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy, and it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. You're preserving self-preservation. So negativity needs to be released. Surrender other people's burdens. Loving on yourself. You are good enough. Don't let nobody tell you any different. Let's move on to the next messages. Feel like we about to go to church in here. All right. First message is Clover. Release your guilt. You can't feel guilty for doing what's right for you. You got three cards about release, releasing, releasing. It's a full moon coming on the third, baby. Y'all need to write down all your things is weighing you down. Things is like um things that are like you kind of obsess about mentally, or thoughts, write them down and burn them. Release guilt, release anger, release resentment, release overthinking. But you need to release anything that you feel guilty about. The three, if you feel guilty about taking care of yourself, outshining people, that's not your problem. You can't dim your light to make other people feel good. They have to grow into themselves. Other people have different lessons that they have to go through. Everybody is on a journey, and I don't want you to shrink into something else when you're really supposed to be an empress or an emperor. I need you to stand in your power, and you can't feel guilty because other people are at different levels. I'm pretty sure it's someone shining right now and they don't feel guilty that you at your level. Like, no, stepping into your power. Endings are inevitable. So whatever friendship, whatever relationship, whatever thing that you feel like you gonna lose by loving on you some more, by shining, by really stepping into who you are, either you keep them around and you stay stagnant, or you let them go and I feel like you're going to take off really fast. So endings are inevitable. So that person, or you know that person who's kind of drifting away, or the friendship don't seem the same, or the relationship don't seem the same, let it go. Just because you end something with somebody else, with somebody, doesn't mean it always have to be on a bad note. As human beings, we are put here to evolve in different stages of our evolution. We're gonna meet different people. We're gonna have to say goodbye to certain people because the lesson was learned. You move on. It's just like in school. The same people I was in the first grade with, I didn't end up in the 10th grade with. Some people failed, some people went to different schools. It was just something that happened. So everybody you start with are not the people that you always gonna end up with. So it's okay. You can't feel guilty. And garden. something lovely will grow from this. So something lovely is about to happen, but you gotta let something go. I feel like this pile, the universe is coming in and clearing out things that are stagnant still, things that prevent you from growing, and they are about to replace you with some pretty neat things that's gonna take you really, really far, but you gotta let it go. Either you're gonna let it go, or I feel like the Tower card is gonna be coming. I feel like it's something really special on the other side of the fear. Whatever you're so afraid to lose or let go of, it's something so dang on, like it's gonna knock it out the park. So, loss is something that we all go through, grieve your losses, but you can't feel bad because somebody else isn't. Destiny is not the same, and none of our destinies are the same. Everybody has twists and turns, bumps and bruises, and things they got to go through in order to end up where they were supposed to be. So don't feel no type of way. Dragonfly. So you have transformation, magic, and illusion. So I do believe that transformation, something is happening, something is transforming in your relationships with people, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with struggle is transforming. I also believe that something you've been praying for is manifesting. It's gonna be like magic, but you have to like surrender something before this magic can take place. And then angels, support and guidance. So the high priestess to me is a card about support and guidance. To me, it's like a portal. So with this angels card, I feel like your angels are here to support and guide you. I feel like when you remove all of these extra burdens, you're able to hear them more clearly, and they're trying to guide you towards something really, really great. So you got two cards. So you got support from the divine and divine and angel support and guidance. So your angels are very, very close to you at this time. They are with you. If you need a hug, you need something from them, ask them. I feel like they are ready, willing, and able to help you. I also feel like somebody could do something very random for you. You prayed about something, you don't know how this gonna happen, and it could be a stranger who come through and be a blessing for you. And you got all these people in your life who you felt like you should have been able to depend on, but it's gonna be the randomest person who gonna come through clutch for you. So if you need something from your ancestors or your guides or whoever you pray to, God, ask them. Because I be asking all the time. My support system is limited. All I need is the spiritual realm and God. I don't need nothing else to support me because they always take care of me and know that. So start asking more. Don't be afraid to ask for anything big or small. Now, I will tell you, I don't always get what I ask for, but it always be what I need. So be willing to take support from other people. And I feel like these aren't people who are in your immediate circle. This might be someone you haven't talked to in a long time, a stranger, or somebody really random is going to do something really nice for you. In school, well, I was just talking to y'all about school lessons. The same people that you start out with in kindergarten and preschool with don't be the same people that you graduate with, that you go to college with. So understanding that as we have and go through different lessons in our life, the universe, God, the ancestors bring in different people to teach us these lessons to help us go through the different lessons of life. So as the people are changing and transitioning, don't feel no type of way. Don't feel like you're being disloyal. Like, are you willing to be disloyal to yourself to be loyal to somebody else? Can you make that make sense for me? So, for this pile, I definitely hope that you're listening to your intuition, you listening to your guides. I hope that you are meditating, grounding yourself, just really paying attention to your intuition. I hope you are letting what's leaving your life leave, and releasing any guilt you have, releasing any burdens that's not serving you. I hope you loving on yourself. I hope you are connecting with your ancestors, God, in the universe daily. I hope you are letting go of relationships that are draining, toxic, one-sided, that are not reciprocal. Letting it go. And so that was a good reading for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, like, share with your friends. And Power One, sending you lots of love, light, and healing energy. And again, if you would like a personal reading from me, Please check out www.appiscesintuition.com. We sell bracelets, we sell oils, we sell incense, we sell singing bowls, we sell body scrubs, we sell life coaching sessions. Anything that you need is definitely on the website. I'm drawn to these crystals, so you may need some crystals or bracelets to ground you during this time and to help you work through that grief. So that was pile number one. Let's move on to pile number two. Hi, pile number two. My name is Erika, and I'm here with a Pisces Intuition, and I'm here to provide you with your spiritual messages from the universe, the ancestors, God, or whoever you pray to. I'm here to provide you with those messages for the month of June. Like I told the other pal, if you want to check me out on Instagram, visit at a Pisces Intuition underscore tarot. I do try to post daily there. I do give out do specials weekly and send out codes. Check out my broadcast channel. I really like that. I think I'm able to connect. I'm a more intimate person, so I like to connect with the people who here for what I'm here for. So check that out too. On June 17th, I will be at a yoga sip and shop in Willoughby, Ohio from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I will have sage, crystals, incense. Um, I want to do oils, but I'll have all the spiritual stuff with me. So let's go ahead and get started. So, pile number two. What is pile number two? What are your spiritual messages for this month? Who do they need to hear? All right. How to, what are their spiritual messages for the month of June? The Seven of Cups, the Five of Wands. Ooh, the Five of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the, oh God. Bottom of the day is the Seven of Swords. Who did it to you? Who? The King of Wands trying to be slick. Be mindful of dealing with I feel like a fire sign male, but it could be man or woman. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius person. I feel like this person trying to be slicky Ricky on you. I feel like you can get a message from this person. This person can send you a DM, a text message, an email, a message on Instagram. This person definitely comes in very strong, very spicy, very hot, very passionate. But baby, somebody gonna get caught. Somebody being sneaky. So your spiritual message is, what goes in the dark definitely comes to light. We ain't really gotta go around being Inspector Gadget because it's all gonna come out. What don't come out in the washer comes out in the dryer. You got 2 sevens. So I also feel like this is gonna be a month for you where you have to be strategic. You're gonna have to do some planning. I feel like you may be in a period where you are definitely trying to manifest. You got all these things on your mind that you want to manifest and you want to create. But what have you done to actually pursue these things? How have you put, what type of energy have you put into seeing if these things are practical? I just really feel like you need a plan. You need a plan. I do feel like you are coming out of a period of being confused emotionally. So whatever you felt like you were confused about, you didn't know which one to choose, a person, a path, whatever the case may be, you coming out of that. I see you really, coming out of the fog, maybe, I don't know. To me, it gives me like delusional water sign vibes when you just kind of be like in a fairy tale, you coming out of that. I see you coming back down to reality. And when you come back down to reality, I feel like two things. For one, group of you, I do feel like something that you really want, you're gonna have to fight for it. Because I feel like there's someone who wants with you what you want, and they ain't giving up without a fight. I feel like you may come into a situation where you gotta kind of tussle, you gotta stand out, you have to compete, you gotta go to war, but I just want you to, hmm, I just feel like something that you want, I wanted you to ask yourself, is it worth fighting for? And I'm really getting strong mental, spiritual, and emotional vibes. I ain't really getting nothing tangible. So if I had to say this is something you're really passionate about and something that were emotionally confused about, I just feel like you're going to need to stand up for yourself. You're going to need to defend yourself. You're going to need to be strategic this month. I do feel like it's a couple people, two people around you who could not want to see you have this, who could be wishing ill on you. Sometimes you got to fight people with a strategic move. You got to fight people with kindness. You can't always go rat tat 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 and be like real. I don't know. Like you can't always do the traditional fighting for something. Sometimes you got to argue smart people. So I feel like for this pile, you gonna have to, get a little crafty. You're going to have to outsmart people mentally. And just not, I don't want you arguing with nobody, but I feel like outsmarting people is very important. I just feel like um, the universe might be testing you. I feel like you could be my non confrontational people. And so, therefore, you kind of don't really say much. You kind of let stuff, I kind of passive aggressive in a sense. This month ain't the month for that. You're going to have to figure out how to get through this and win and be successful. You're going to have to figure out how to deal with people who um, kind of don't want to see you win or succeed. People who, may smile in your face but stab you in the back. I feel like you're being taught how to maneuver certain situations with people. And I need you to be very strategic in dealing with these peoples in these situations. I don't know. I just feel like you're going to come out on top, but it's gonna take you to kind of step into a different side of yourself that you ain't usually. You like maybe the person who would just walk away. No, you might have to have a friendly debate. You may have to just. I feel like taking a different approach. Let's see. So 7 and 7 is 14, and that's a 3. 5 and 5 is 10, and that's a 1. So 1 and 3. I just feel like you have all the tools that you need to manifest whatever you need to happen in the situation. If you just go in your toolbox and use your spiritual, your mental, your physical, and your emotion, you're gonna have this under wraps. With the 3, I feel like a lot of people don't like that. Things are coming to you. Perhaps you've been attracting abundance and just abundance suitors. You look different. You're glowing. Um, yeah, I'm getting real Empress vibes, and it's causing people to be in this 5. The 5 of Swords is a jealous, I don't want to see you win type energy. The 5 of Wands is competition, so it's causing people to be in competition with you because I feel like you're in a very abundant energy. But I need you to put that Empress energy and that Magician energy together. I need you to ground the situation, and ground these um, these people around you because yeah, they jealous. They mad. They big mad. Okay, they mad. And I feel like a lot of them want to be you. Watch who and what you're telling your business to. I feel like people around you could act like they for you, but they talk about you behind your back. One, the end to a tough cycle is approaching. So again, that delusional period, that emotional feeling confused emotionally, that's ending. I feel like whatever cycle you've had emotionally, in romance, feelings about yourself, your friends, that's ending. So your tough cycle is ending. It's time to release negativity. So again, y'all got that too, but it's under this 5 of Wands. We ain't competing with nobody. We show up and we win. I want you to take the high road. I want you to fight with intellect and fight spiritually. And baby, prosperity lies ahead. That's why they mad. That's why they upset because you about to get a raise. You about to get you a man with some money or a woman who's doing well for herself. So some period of your life has just ended. a tough cycle. We talked about that in the beginning. A tough cycle has ended. You've released negativity. You're not dealing with drama. And guess what? Prosperity lies ahead. And I feel like it's confusing people. I told y'all, I feel Taurus energy is part of the Empress. I told y'all doing y'all big one. So more money, you having more trips, you focusing more on, looks and aesthetics. Not saying that all that matters, but maybe you were some person who kind of played it safe, but I feel like you coming into a new version of yourselves, and people could tell, things are changing for you, and it's making them mad. It's making them want to be in competition. It's making them want to be sneaky. So you got some people around you who, may pretend to be your friend in the light, but in the dark, baby, they be talking about you. They be going ham on you to other people, friends, the men they talking to, the women they talking to. So release negativity. This cycle is ending. Prosperity lies ahead. So whatever that's going on up here, you still gonna be prosperous. You still gonna get everything that's due to you. And the bottom of the deck is your commitment is being tested. How committed are you to manifesting the life, being in the magician energy, being in the empress energy, being committed to you and yourself and the prosperity, and letting go of negativity and understanding what lessons have you learned about people, friendships, jealousy, envy, hate. What have you learned? It's time to put that in practice, because I feel like you're gonna need that here, dealing with a fire sign. Could be younger or older. You're gonna need to use all of those lessons that you learned in order to be successful in this situation that's going to arise in the month of June. What card did I use next? I think I used these. Another message. I feel like for some of you, it could be haters at work, because the Five of Swords is right above Taurus. Taurus rules the house of possessions, ownership, and work. So I feel like it could be some haters at work. Sure could be. You are overcoming any challenges that you had emotionally. Okay, what messages for the month of June? I feel like I want to take this one too, though. So your first message is the Tower. Unplug, relax for a spell. So I feel that again, I want you to be strong. I feel like this Tower moment is really showing you, hey, we've given you this blessing. We didn't glowed you up. You in your Empress energy, and guess what? When the Empress energy comes in, there's going to be Tower moments to see how strong you are. How can you stand? As far as relax, unplug and relax for a spell. I want you to Friday is ruled by Venus. Venus is an empress. Do a little bath ritual. So I like to do milk, rose petals. I want to say honey, and whatever crystals you like. Take yourself a nice bath. Do a beauty ritual for yourself. Do something nice for yourself. Pamper yourself. Wait, that wasn't the one I wanted. Sorry. So it's time for healing, not war. So again, when it comes to this war, I feel like the war is inevitable. I feel like the war is coming, the drama is coming. But I feel like you need to take something, do a different approach, like not the aggressive war. Like you ever had somebody outsmart you, like kind of like the rabbit and the turtle. Like the rabbit always felt like they had the upper hand, but the turtle, the endurance. So I need you to be smart about this. And the overall energy is raindrops. Take a chance on them. So I'm gonna say take a chance on you. I feel like there's also someone who's in your circle or who's in close proximity who is like this could be I don't know, I get water sign vibes, but this could be someone who you should trust or somebody that you kind of trust their opinion, you trust their advice. I feel like if you got some storms going on, talk to them about it. Talk to someone who is level headed. Talk to someone who you admire. Talk to someone who you would want to trade places with, is what I'm getting. Because I do feel like although you getting that prosperity and you looking good, people are really trying to tear you down. So there's someone who you need to speak with, whether it be a counselor, a mentor, um, or someone, something like that. I feel like they're gonna help you through this situation because I just feel like for the most part, some of you gonna have some drama at work, and just haters. Bottom of the deck is feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself. So despite all this BS happening, they really want you to slow down and celebrate yourself, celebrate your wins, your big ones, because it's a big one coming up for you. Ooh, this card really wanted to come out. Let's see. We're gonna take those too with some extras. All right, so pile number 2. Pass over loved ones. It says comfort, forgiveness, and support. I feel like your ancestors, they waiting for you to be at the altar calling on them. I feel like they can handle anything. If you need to call on your ancestors, your angels, your guides to handle a battle for you, God ain't too good to be handling battles. So pray about it. People who believe in ancestor altars, I need y'all to be feeding it. I need y'all to be honoring, the people y'all asking favors for, because ain't nothing for free, baby. They need to be honored, offerings and different things like that. So working on your ancestor altar, also your past over loved ones want you to know they got you, but they want you to lean on them more, to confide in them more. And full moon, we got a full moon tomorrow, completion, cumulation. I feel like with the full moon energy, I feel like some things need to be released. Walking away from people, things, and places that no longer serve you, jobs, outdated thinking patterns and behaviors, and this could start. So you could have a triggering to trigger this of wands and five of swords energy tomorrow. So this could begin really early for you. So pray. And red, passion and survival. So survival, to me, that's how you make your money. So be mindful of what is going on, who you talking to at work, what you sharing about your finances, what you done for yourself, because these people are not your friends. So I really want you to focus on your strength. I feel like with this power, your strongest element right now could be fire, and that's with candle and different things like that. So work with your candles, do what you need to do under this full moon. The past over loved ones want to be acknowledged. They are with you. They are ready to go to war. And your extra messages for this pile is yellow: flexibility, adaptability, and personal power. So, learning to be kind of flexible during this period, being adaptable, and understanding that, being rigid is not a personal power right now. We need you to be flexible. We need you to, find solutions. We don't need you to just be a powerhouse, but really going with the flow, finding different solutions, but still coming up on top. To me, the Five of Wands, the person who outthinks, the person who's one step ahead is the one who wins and goes to the Six of Wands. And the next message is silver, goddess, and insight. I keep trying to tell y'all in y'all Empress energy, y'all in y'all Emperor energy, and they mad. They don't like it. So continue to act like a goddess, act like an emperor. Don't step out of character. If you an emperor, it's like ain't no way you acting like page or you arguing with people in the Five of Swords. Goddesses don't do that. Emperors, they got other people for that. Calling your ancestors, calling your guides, they will be there to help you and provide you with insight. This full moon, this is another full moon, is going to reveal foes, fakes, phonies, people who hate. It's going to reveal. It's going to tell you who's who in your zoo. That's what the full moon is going to reveal. The people who you thought was down, who not, will be revealed to you. So those are the messages that I have for pile number 2. I want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to provide you with insight today. And until we speak again, I'm always sending you love, light, healing energies. Liking is free, subscribing is free, sharing is free. Do something free today. And share this with your friends. If you like it, comment, let me know what's going on. I definitely love to hear when my readings resonate. Follow me on Instagram and show up to the pop-up shop if you're available. But without further ado, I do have to go. So you guys have a great evening and the rest of your weekend. And until we speak again, I'm sending you love and light. See you guys.